gosh, you two, it's our last video together. No! No! Luna, what do you think about that? I'm gonna miss Flora. I'm gonna miss Ulysses. I'm gonna miss everyone and everything. Me too. I know, guys. Thank you for all this time that we've spent together reading. And today we finish Flora and Ulysses by Kate DeCamillo. Chapter 67, The Horsehair Sofa. Flora's mother was sitting on the horsehair sofa. Flora's father was sitting next to her. He was holding her hand, or she was holding his. In any case, her mother and father were holding on to each other. Dr. Mishka was putting alcohol on Flora's mother's bites and scratches. Ouch, 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 said Flora's mother. Come, said Dr. Mishka to Flora. She patted the horsehair sofa. Sit down, here, beside your mother. Flora sat down on the couch and immediately started to slide off of it. Was there a trick to sitting on a horsehair sofa? Because she certainly hadn't mastered it. And then William Spiver sat down beside her so that she was wedged in between her mother and him. Flora stopped sliding. And I went up to your room, said Flora's mother. I climbed the stairs to your room and you weren't there. I was out looking for Ulysses, said Flora. I thought you had kidnapped him. It's true, confessed her mother. I did. Ulysses, sitting on Flora's shoulder, nodded. His whiskers brushed her cheek. I wanted to make things right somehow. I wanted to make things normal, said Flora's mother. Normalcy is an illusion, of course, said William Spiver. There is no normal. Hush up, William, said Tootie. And when I returned and you weren't there, said Flora's mother, she started to cry again. I don't care about normal. I just wanted you back. I needed to find you. And here she is, Mrs. Buckman, said William Spiver in a very gentle voice. Here I am, thought Flora, and my mother loves me. Holy Bagumba. And then she thought, oh no, I'm going to cry. And she did cry. Big fat tears rolled down her face and landed on the horsehair sofa and trembled there for a second before they rolled off. You see, said Dr. Mishka. She smiled at Flora. I told you, this is how it is with this sofa. Mrs. Buckman, said William Spiver, what is it that you are holding in your hand? What is that piece of paper? It's a poem, said Flora's mother, by Ulysses. It's for Flora. Look at this, said Tootie. They all turned and looked at Tootie. She was standing by the headless Mary Ann, who was plugged in and shining. It still works. Isn't that something? That's funny. A headless Mary Ann. Horsehair sofa. Why don't you read the poem, Phyllis? Said Flora's father. Oh, goody, said Tootie. A poetry reading. It's a squirrel poem, said Flora's mother, but it's a good one. Ulysses puffed out his chest. Words for Flora, her mother said. That's the title. I like that title, said William Spiver. He took a hold of Flora's hand. He squeezed it. Don't squeeze my hand, said Flora. But she held on tightly to William Spiver, and she listened as her mother read the poem that Ulysses had written. Chapter 68, The End, or something. This poem was just the beginning, of course. There would be more. He needed to write about how they always answered the door in Blunder Machine. He needed to write about the saving of Phyllis Buckman from Mr. Claus. He needed to write about Mary Ann's broken, still shining self, and the little fishes. He needed to write a poem about the little fishes. Also, he wanted to write about things that hadn't happened yet. For instance, he wanted to write a poem where William Spiver's mother called and asked for him to come home, and a poem where the other Dr. Mishkum came and visited this Dr. Mishkum, and sat beside her and hummed to her and watched her sleep. And maybe there would be a poem about a horsehair sofa and one about a vacuum cleaner. He would write and write. He would make wonderful things happen. Some of it would be true. All of it would be true. Most of it would be true. Ulysses looked out the window and saw the sun glowing on the horizon. Soon it would be time to eat. A wonderful thought occurred to the squirrel. Maybe there would be donuts, giant donuts, for breakfast. That's the end. And then this is his poem, Epilogue, Squirrel Poetry. Words for Flora. Nothing would be easier without you, because you are everything, all of it. Sprinkles, quarks, giant donuts, eggs sunny side up. You are the ever-expanding universe to me. Oh. I think I'm shedding a tear. I'm crying. That was a very touching ending, wasn't it? Yeah. We did it, guys. Holy Bagumba. Okay, so it ends with all of the people Flora loves sitting on the horsehair sofa or beside the horsehair sofa, and her mother telling her that she loves her, and Flora really realizing that her mom is telling the truth and loves her. So it ends with Flora feeling very loved and appreciated and like she belongs in the ever-expanding universe. And Ulysses, he just is inspired by the adventures and wants to write more poetry. Very sweet. So the only question I'm going to ask is, what did you think about the ending? Yeah, did you like it? Was it what you expected? So, yeah, okay. I'm excited to hear what you think.